of my Geordies here.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the stunning city of Marrakesh here in Morocco, just a mile down the road from the busy city centre, Medina, at the Moulay El Hassan circuit. I'm Horizon, your commentator for today, stepping in for Slayer who's unable to be here, but we still have our great companion Aaron, who sits alongside me. Before we get underway for qualifying, I'll let Aaron introduce you to the qualifying groups.
So there are 4 qualifying groups in this qualifying session, as always. In the first qualifying group, CJ in the HWA, the 2 Geox drivers TDM and Sonic, Super Legend in the Chichita, Project User stepping in for Horizon in the Audi, and Love My Georgie in the Envision. In Group 2, Lord Plains in a Panasonic Jaguar, Buzz in a HWA, Kakira in a Nissan, Lenore in the Mahindra, Wacky Jack in the Neo, and Hardman in the BMW I Andretti. In Group 3, Riley is in the Mahindra, Sengsam in the Nissan, Shot in the Envision, Jonatier in the Neo, and Kenny Benny in the BMW. And finally, in Group 4, Super Funny Max in the Venturi, Chocolate Banana in the Cheetah, JG in the Panasonic Jaguar, Dakar in the Audi, and Cole in the Venturi.
So as Group 1 gets away here, each group has got 6 drivers in and 6 minutes to set the quickest lap time. And at the end of once 4 groups have gone, the top 6 drivers with the quickest times will go to a 1-lap battle super pole, which they each get to set their fastest lap. This makes Formula E very competitive, as we can never actually tell who's going to get a pole position and those extra 3 points. So first driver to start their flying laps of the project using the Audi. Go on board with him if we can, or watch him do a flying lap around the circuit. Oh, it looks like he's spun at turn 1 already.
It's quite a common thing we're going to see across the full groups.
Yep, so now we're on board with Sonic, I believe. He's coming into turn 1 now.
And he has also spoken.
As we've seen already, the drivers are finding it really hard on this slippery circuit, like it would be in real life. If they wander offline, they'll go onto the sand and then they'll find it really hard to find any traction. So that's why this circuit is our most realistic, and it will probably produce some really good racing, and we might get an unexpected podium or even an unexpected winner.
As we can see, a lot of drivers are complaining about the track, as they're not used to these conditions compared to tracks like Eindhoven and Rome.
Yep, so here comes Sonic finishing his first flying lap. I think most of them have spun currently, so we won't be getting very many competitive times.
And the result of an update to Cheetah is... No, sorry. Super Legend is not in the Cheetah for disqualifying, but the spot has been taken by Blade Challenger.
So now we're going to hopefully try and go on board with Blade Challenger in the DS Tech Cheetah on his first weekend. He's currently in P1 with a 1:30, but he should hopefully be wanting to improve that time, because that's about 3 or 4 seconds off the pace to probably get into Super Pole.
And 8 seconds off the pace of the lead driver in FP1 yesterday, the car. But if the track is really this tough, that might be a good enough time to get into the Super Bowl, as a lot of drivers struggling today.
So here comes Blade coming around the final corner. What times? It's going to improve and go to 129.6. So it looks like, I think I see the issue. One of our devs hasn't made the grid non-collide, so it's getting very bumpy on the main straight.
Will we be seeing a fix for that soon?
Yeah, I think they're doing it right now. Coming into turn 3 now, takes that very cleanly.
TDM fan goes into first position with a 127.
Yeah, that could potentially get him into Super Pole. We've got just over 1 minute left coming in, ending this first Group 1 qualifying.
Project user over 12 seconds behind, but struggling on that first turn as he spins.
So as we're on board now with TDM fan looking, see if he can improve his time even further. He's currently following his teammate Sonic, both in the Geox. They're both quite new to this league. I think this is both their second race, but they've definitely shown in FP1 and FP2 that they can possibly be getting Geox some good points and possibly boosting Geox in the Constructors' Championship, which will be a really good beam of hoop.
Right now sitting in second to last place with 50 points, not so far behind the next team, Mahindra Racing, with 53 points. So they could easily move up the championship standings in today's race.
As the checkered flag comes out now, we'll be seeing if any drivers can improve their time. Looks like project users completely given up on the Audi to actually set a competitive time.
With that time, he'll most likely be starting at the back.
Yeah, as he's stood in for the new Audi main drive of Patre Curo. Don't really know how to pronounce his name. So sadly he can't make qualifying, but he can make the race. So he'll definitely have a fun but very challenging start to his career in Formula E.
As we've seen, he has shown his natural talent in leagues such as F2.
Yeah.
Did he win the champ?
Yeah, he won the Ion Formula 2 Championship. He came in to win that, so he's definitely got a lot of talent.
I feel we'll see a good start from him. Maybe he can make some up some good places in the race.
Well, looks like the Audi driver is here.
So in our next group, we have Lord Plains and the Jaguar, Tabaz, Kaikira, Lanor, Wacky Jack, who I'm not sure was in FP1 yesterday, and Hardman, who were within the top 5 in yesterday's FP1.
And I've just had word from the race director. They might be restarting Group 1 due to some tracks alterations being made to the track overnight, which has made it bump. So I think they're fixing that now. So if we can possibly go on an ad break, and we'll get back to you very shortly.
yesterday, I believe. Unless FP2 happened, I'm not sure. .127 from Sonic, which is a good improvement on his time.
Entry to start his first flying lap. See how well he takes turn 1 here.
And
Slips out. Yeah, I don't think we can judge him much on his qualifying because this is only his second lap of this track.
And in Formula in general.
Yeah.
He may still be able to get a good improvement though, if he keeps the rest of his lap clean. Might get into the 129s.
Yeah. So after this, I think we'll go on board with the current person in P1 TDM fan. He looks to be setting some very competitive times. He could be, I think I'm going to put him as getting a podium this race. Don't want to give him a commentator's curse, but I think he's shown how promising he is in the car. So yeah, he has a very good chance of getting it.
Very promising, but also it was very close to decide who would be in the top 5 at least.
Yeah, we really can't predict this.
A lot of people were within 1 second of you.
It's like Patro's coming around final corner now to finish his first proper flying lap. Where's that going to put him? It's going to put him in 4th, 131. He could definitely improve on that. If we go on board with now the current man in number 1, TDM fan, we can watch him partly on his flying lap. So he comes around the long sweeping turn 9 into that hard braking, heavy braking zone of turn 10. Good exit through there. On that long straight between turn 10 and 11. Hitting the apex of turn 11 around the final corner. So using up as much of the track as possible. Can't improve. Goes on to a 131.9. I think that's a slow lap. There's 5 seconds left in this qualifying session. Now all the drivers will be looking to improve.
Taco keeps his lap clean and is coming round to turn 10 right now. Viewers may not be able to see this, but I will keep you informed on the update.
So Blade finishes with a 127.211. That's going to put him in P3. That's a pretty competitive time for him. This is his first time in a Formula E car. And Patre goes to P2 with a 126.7. That's definitely...
That just shows how fast he is to jump into these cars and learn quickly.
Yeah, he's definitely showing some very promising driving here. We've only got the 2 Geoxes of TDM Fun and Sonic left to come across the line. Sonic will definitely be looking to improve as TDM Fan actually spins coming into the final turn, so he'll be pitting. He'll be giving up, so we'll go on board with Sonic to watch his final corner now.
Seems to have improved among his first 2. And he does. He goes to a 126.1.
So now we'll try and transition into Group 2 as quickly as we can. As we have started a bit late here, we apologise for that. I believe the race officials are trying their hardest to transition.
If I can just... will I read out the Group 2 list?
Yep. You can introduce them.
Now, this may not be right. Lord Plains in the Neo, Buzz, Kakira in the Nis, Lenore in the Mahindra, Wacky Jack in the Neo, and Hardman in the BMW Andretti will all be taking up the Group 2 session. People to look out for this session will be Kakira and Hardman as probably the most competitive times outside of Dakar SP1 yesterday. Horizon, you there?
Yep.
Okay.
Very
What do
sorry.
you think we can predict for this qualifying session?
I think we'll definitely see Dake Kaikira into Super Pole in this qualifying session. I'm probably gonna say the person who's gonna come. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Kaikira and then Hardman, who's gonna be the quickest in these sessions.
And is there anyone else in this group that the timing sheet maybe not including?
I think maybe V-Boys might surprise us with quick time here.
Okay, good. Is Lenore here? I don't see him within the vicinity. Say that.
I don't believe he's here, but he'll be.
Oh,
replaced
yes.
by
Oh, no.
V.
Sorry. BX is replacing.
Yeah.
So if we can get him into his driver's slot, that'd be good.
So Group 2 gets underway here as they get the green flag.
Hardman is first on track in the BMW.
Follow him.
I'm having technical difficulties, so I will just be right back.
So that's the boys spinning in front of Hardman just then as Hardman comes into turns 4 and 5. gets on the sausage curb there, we might see quite a lot of spinners.
They're very much expected after yesterday's performance. Okay, I can see everyone now. Hardman, yes, he's up first, so he'll be... If we can go into an onboard with him, that would be perfect.
So it looks like Dakar, as he can't make his Group 4, he's moved up into Group 2, so we got some of the quickest drivers here with Kaikira and Dakar in this session.
Will Sang-Sam be joining us? Like Group 3 or Group 4?
I believe will be.
His place in Eindhoven was very much on par with the Dakar forms in his first round.
Yeah, Sang-Sam has definitely shown how quick he is over the past few races that he's been here.
Currently sitting in, if I'm right, P5 in the driver's... Oh, no, P6 in the driver's standing. 61 points. So they're quite competitive.
If we can go on board with Dakar, we can watch him possibly set his quickest time around this circuit as he comes into turns 4 and 5.
As we see, he's much faster entry speed into that turn 4 I've seen with other drivers.
Yeah, Dakar's just come from a race that he just won, so he'll definitely have some high morale. So he'll be looking to possibly get into Super Pole with this 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in this session.
Lots of adrenaline, to say the least. As he goes in the first corner onto his hot lap, or that was his.
Yep, so he's starting his hot lap now, coming into turn 1. This is a common place to see people spinning, but it looks like he has taken that cleanly.
Takes these corners as well cleanly. It's not like he's oh my god, he's not pushing the car to its limits, I imagine, but
no,
as we've seen before, his lap times don't look fast, but no, his laps don't look fast, but they always seem to outshine everyone else on the times.
Dakar's driving style is very smooth. He doesn't really throw the car into corners as a lot of the other drivers do. He has a great control over his car. As you can see, he gets a much better exit than the boys in the HWA coming into turn 11 now. He's going to have the last 2 corners. We can see whereabouts he comes.
His throttle control is something that is really key in his performance. As you can just see, he pulls away from Amazon.
123.449, so that's not as quick as he can go, but that is the quickest, and that will definitely secure him into Super Pole.
Still faster than anyone else's times from practice. I'm not sure which drivers are on the hot lap now, so if we can change to a perspective of someone on their fast lap, that would be good.
I think BXNO, the reserve of Mahindra, is currently coming into turn 3. He'll be hoping to impress his boss to hopefully get a main position. As he has proved he's a very quick driver, so Dakar looks like he's fun, and
BX does as well.
If the drivers can sometimes get very greedy, and they need to learn to control how much throttle they put on, because these cars do have instant acceleration and instant torque, so if they get too hot in the corners, then they will easily lose the back end and spin out.
We're on board with Kakira now. He goes onto his fast.
Yep, so Kaikira, he's definitely one of our quickest drivers here. He's been solidly getting only podiums since he's joined this league. I think he finished P2 or P3 in Ion F1 alongside Dakar and Ferrari, so he's definitely a very quick driver. And him and Seng Stang, they've been all in a very good set of points for Nissan, which have they've decreased the gap to Audi in the Constructors' Championship over the last few races by quite a big margin, so we could be seeing a possible change in the championship standings near the end, maybe at New York or London.
By a full 36 points, I believe. If the second driver, Pshotko, does not seem to perform today, they might be able to bag a lot of points. If they get a P1, P2 finish. No, P2, P3 finish, sorry. Kakira does not improve on it.
It's like he's slowing down on the main straight. Yeah, he's finished, so he'll be in P3. It's not the quickest time, I've got to say. Looks like Hardman is spun and D-Boy's coming over.
Sabaz improves on his lap time. Good. Hardman stuck in P5, so not sure if Hardman is still on an outlap or a fast lap.
No, he spun, so they'll be pitting in now as the Group 2 finishes, and we'll be getting on to Group 3 hopefully very shortly.
So in Group 3, Riley in the Mahindra, Sengstam in the Nissan, Shot in the Envision, and John Tier in the Neo, and Kenny Benny will all be setting their fastest laps in the group. Kenny Benny and Sengstam will be the ones to watch out for, as they are currently the fastest among them.
So now we'll run you through the Group 3 standings whilst the drivers get ready. So, start of Group 3, we have Riley in the Mahindra, followed by Sengstam in the Nissan Edams. We've got Scott in the Envision Virgin racing car, John Nattier in the Neo Formula E car, and then finally ahead Kenny Benny in the BMW i Andretti. He'll definitely be looking to improve on his times from yesterday, as he couldn't really get into the top 3 of FP1.
But they were very close lap times, so you can only imagine if another one of the drivers messes up, he'll be there to take that position. Currently, only Sengstrom is in his car. They will be out on the track in only a few short minutes.
Doesn't look like we have many drivers in this Group 3 session actually here right now.
Since we have a new driver, Kevin Nomat, what team will he be racing for? Horizon?
He's not a driver.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't been signed, so he's not a driver.
Okay, it must be just a glitch then that he's the team. Are the drivers out on track, or am I having collisions again?
The only driver out on track is currently Jonatir in the Neo.
Oh, okay. And we have an update. Kevin is actually a driver for Mendra.
So it looks like we've only got the Neo of Jonatir and the Nissan of Sengstam currently out. We'll hop on board with Jonatir as he starts his flying lap.
Takes a close line to the apex on turn 1. Keeps it clean and has a good exit. As this is a less technical track than Rome, there's much less to commentate on around this. And these runoff areas are quite slippery, so expect a lot more spins in the race as well, as we just see John Tier spin as well.
Yeah.
Seems that John here will not be setting competitive time, as his first sector is 2 seconds that of Kaikira and TDM from the last session. And his middle sector is also 10 seconds, as he said, so 141. Sengstam seems to bring in a lot of pace around the track. That would be nice.
Yeah. We can go on board with Sengstam. We can watch him possibly get into Superpole with his current lap time. He hasn't actually driven around here. I believe he wasn't at FP2 or FP1, so he'll be in the same situation as Patrick Kuro, who's currently holding P6, which he might not be for much longer. No, Sengstam knocks him out of Superpole, but he's definitely had a good first lap there from Seng.
It seems that Sengstam looks like he's going a lot faster than he is. I'm surprised by his lap time. I thought it would be much more with the top. John Deere improves up to 132, even though that was his out lap, so you can expect a even further improvement on this lap.
Yeah, he'll be looking to try and get out of that P6 position and try and not be at risk of being knocked out of his super pole position right now.
Sangstam is it you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was up to John Deere, so I was confused. Sangstam across the line, and he does not. Oh, never mind, that was his out lap. He'll be looking to improve on this time, as there's 20 seconds left in the Group 3. As John Deere comes around the final corner, he will be setting a 1. Never mind, he does not actually improve his lap time. He set a 132.6. Not very competitive. He'll be sure to keep that as the qualifying goes on. Sangstam finally looking to improve his time, so he solidifies his position in Super Bowl. Coming around turn 11, going into turn 12. He sets a 1. Never mind, that was not improvement. He stays in a 126.6. His time was a 127.2. Quite unexpected from him. I thought we would be seeing him at least in the top 3.
Now we'll be going on to the final group now if Aaron wants to run us through the drivers in it.
Yes, I will do that. So in Group 4, if I can find it here, Super Funny Max in the Venturi, Chocolate Banana, or Choco as most people know him, in the Cheetah, JG in the Passat Panasonic, and Cole in the Venturi. Believe that is it, unless we have any other changes. You can catch us for some Super Bowl live from the track. However, we'll be cutting the stream short today. Join us back for the race at 7:30 p.m. Due to oh, sorry, that was not supposed to be said right now. Not now, of course. Yeah, you can watch Group 4 here on the stream. There was a bit of miscommunication. Sorry. There's also one more person added to the qualifying group, Ryan65, in what I believe in the Mahindra Racing. My mic was off. There's a bit of technical issues going on right now with Group 4. We'll get it all up and running shortly.
So it looks like we're about to get underway with Group 4 very, very soon.
The 13 NASCAR is in the driver role now, so he will be racing for one of the teams that has been listed. He is in the Panasonic Jaguar Racing, filling in for JG, I believe. Chocolate Banana in the Cheetah, as said, and yeah, Super Funny Max in the Venturi, also. As there is a green light and the drivers are now allowed on track, the Venturi of Super Funny Max is out first.
So yeah, we'll watch Super Funny Max. He is definitely one of the quickest drivers in this session. So he'll be looking to maybe knock out Sengstam from a place in Superpole.
Yes, definitely. Chocolate Banana was within the top 10, but was, I believe, is still the second off of the people setting 125s, which was around P7 to P2, I believe. Ryan, who was not in practice yesterday, I do not know his pace. Horizon, do you have any comments on him?
I believe he hasn't actually raced at this circuit yet, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes.
That's good to know. If he can do what Patreko done, that would be actually quite interesting, because a 126.7 from Patreko, from Trekuro, on his first time in the circuit was quite astonishing.
As Super Funny Max coming into the final corner, he hits the inside wall, which is going to definitely scupper his first lap. Most drivers only get about 3 or 4 laps in group qualifying, so they really don't have a lot of time to firstly get used to the track if they haven't driven yet, and set a competitive time.
Luckily, unlike Formula 1, they do not need to pit every lap, so that is quite a help when doing these sort of qualifying sessions. Right now, no improvements on times, as no one has actually set their fast laps yet.
Yeah, we'll be coming very close to see who actually gets into Superpole, and after this is finished, that'll basically set most of the grid apart from the top 6 for this evening's race. You can join us at 7:30 p.m. British Summer Time, where we'll be live streaming hopefully some good action in the race.
Yes, these races do usually bring the action fans would like to see. As Super Funny Max goes across the line and sets a 128. Not the best time we've seen from him.
Yeah, not too bad, but he did hit the wall on his opening lap, and that must have slowed him down quite a lot as he nearly gets up on the curb there and spins coming into turn one. That's a bit of good car control there.
That's Dirty NASCAR then now goes into P13 with a 129.8. Ryan coming into... Oh, goes a bit wide. And messes up that. Chocolate Banana is at turn 4-5 right now. I believe on his fast lap, but he did spin earlier, so I'm not so sure about that.
So it looks like Super Funny Max has definitely improved his time on this lap. He's had quite a smooth lap. Coming into turn 11 now, just quick through there in the final corner. Be hoping to get a good exit, hopefully not spinning. Using up all the curb. He goes 6, so he knocks out Sengstam from Super Pole. It's definitely going to upset Seng as he has been performing really well recently.
We'll just have to see if Sam can bring it back in the race to get that podium finish. As we go on board with Ryan, who is going into turn 6, I believe, on straight, after the straight. Takes a close lap, but he seems to be struggling with the corners as he might just be braking too much, leaving a less speed being brought out of the corners.
So with just under a minute left of this qualifying session, it'll be interesting to see if Super Funny Max improves this time or if any of the other three drivers that aren't currently in Super Pole but in this group can maybe knock out one of the people currently in Super Pole.
Ryan currently sitting in P16 with the 137. Not a very good lap, but we have to give him credit that it is his first race, I believe.
Yeah, but it does show the differences in driver quality, seeing as people like Patrick Hero, his first couple of laps he's been setting very competitive times of 126.7 to Super Funny Max goes into the 126.0. That boosts him up to 4, so he's definitely into Super Pole as we finish up Group 4.
Still only 2 drivers under the 125s, with TDM Fan and Dakar both setting a 124 and 123 respectively.
So as Super Pole finishes here, we'll just be watching Super Funny Max on his final hot lap. He'll be probably just using this lap to get as much practice in for Super Pole as he possibly can, because he hasn't had much practice here either, I believe.
I don't know about that. I believe he was in free practice one yesterday.
Oh yeah. There's also the DS-Tick cheater of Chocolate Banana. He's currently in 10th, but he's on quite a good lap currently, so he could potentially knock out Hardman from P6.
Funny Max goes 4th unless he was already there.
He's improved his time by, wow, that's nearly over a second, I believe.
Yeah, that would be right. Chocolate Banana
to the line
improves by 1 space, which is okay, I suppose. Into 9th place. Yeah.
So that rounds out our coverage of Formula E qualifying today. We're sorry that we can't stream Super Pole due to technical issues, but we will definitely explain what happens. So the top 6 drivers, Dakar, TDM Fan, Kaikira, Super Funny Max, Sonic and Hardman, they will all go through to Super Pole. This means that they get 1 out lap, 1 hot lap and then 1 in lap. And on that 1 hot lap they have 1 chance to set the quickest time possible. And as we've seen, there is a lot of chances of people spinning out and wrecking up their Super Pole. So we could potentially see an unexpected person on pole getting those very valuable 3 points if you stick it on pole. What's your opinion, and who do you think is going to get it today, Aaron?
I believe Dakar has the consistency to take it no matter what. He rarely makes a mistake unless he is brand new to the track. But I do believe TDM will keep his P2, and I think the other 4 are too close to guess.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very exciting to see the grid order for tonight's race.
So,
okay, well, we're going to wrap it up here. I'd like to thank everyone for watching and apologise for all the technical issues we've had. We'll definitely try to minimise them for the race this evening at 7 PM BST, so make sure to tune in for that. I've been Horizonize and he has been Aaron, and thank you all for watching. Bye.